Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the basics of what you need in order to get started with the Windows command prompt. Let's get started. So first, click on the start menu and type CMD. So this is it here, the command prompt. So I will click run as administrator, and now I have my command prompt open. So now the command prompt is open and we are ready to go. And before we continue, guys, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and press the like button, as it will help to make the channel grow. So the first command we are going to start with will be the echo command. This command helps you to write output on the terminal. So the command is written as echo. It is known as echo, so it is like saying print. So the echo command, and after the echo command you put the text you want to print. In this case, I want to say hello and welcome. So echo hello and welcome, and I will press enter. So you see it is printed here, hello and welcome. So the echo command is used to print text on the terminal. So let me print another text, echo hit the like button, and I will press enter, and you see it shows here hit the like button. I hope you have done that already. Okay, so echo hits the like button. So this is it, you will print out hits the like button. So that is it. Now the second command I want to show you is the clear command. This command helps you to be able to clear whatever you've written on the terminal. I know we haven't written much, but let me show you the command, how it works. So let me just put another one, echo. So echo are doing well. Okay, so now in order to clear the terminal, you type CLS for clear. Okay, CLS, and you press enter. This is going to clear your Windows terminal. CLS to clear your Windows terminal. So now that our terminal is clear, let's go to the next command. The next command will be the CD command. So the CD, written CD, the full form is known as change directory. So this is the full form, change directory. So what the CD does is it helps you to navigate from one directory to another in your computer. So the CD is the short form for change directory. So let's see how it works. So now I'm in my home directory here. This is the name I gave to my home directory. So I'm in the users and in the home directory. So I want to go over to the desktop. So from there I will say CD desktop and press enter. So you now see the path has changed. What you're seeing here, it is the path. So from the C drive, you have users, you have Lawrence, and you have the desktop. So right now it shows that I'm in the desktop. So in order to show that I'm in the desktop, let me we can see that by seeing the contents on the desktop, or rather we can navigate into a different file and view the contents there. So I have a file here on the desktop which is known as code. So let me cd over to it, cd code, and that is it. We are now in the code folder. In order to confirm that we are in the code folder, we can see the contents of the code folder, and in order to check the contents of this folder, we use the command dir, dir, known as dir. So when you write dir and you press enter, you're now going to see this. You're going to see the volume in drive C, no label, and all this information here. But most importantly, you're going to see the files present in the code folder. So you're going to see file 1.txt, file 2.txt. So in order to confirm that, here is a code folder. You see we have file 1.txt and file 2.txt, and we also have a folder known as sample. So these are the contents of the code folder, and here you can confirm file1.txt, file2.txt, and the folder sample. So the there command is used to check the content of a folder. So now let us visit the sample folder. Since we are in the code folder, we have sample, and the sample folder is empty. So let's try visiting the sample folder and checking its content. So it says cd sample and press enter. So now you see the path has changed again. c/user/lawrence/desktop/code/sample. So we are now in the sample directory. So we can check the contents by using the command there to check the contents, and you see here the directory is empty. So all we get is just these two hidden files with no name, dot and double dot. So you see we have no files in that directory, so the directory is completely empty. So now the terminal is full. So in order to clear the terminal, we use again our command cls and press enter to clear the terminal. So now we are in the sample directory. So in our code folder, so you see desktop code folder, we have sample. So we are now in the sample folder, which is known as a directory. So we are now in the sample directory. So now the next thing I'm going to show you guys is how to create a folder. So to create a folder, it's simple. So we use the command mkdir, which is known as make directory. So this mk is short form for make, so it's like make directory. Okay, so mkdir is make directory. So you give followed by the directory name. So let me write it again, mkdir, and the directory name we are going to be giving is, let me just say, test, and we press enter. So the command prompt has pushed us to a new line showing that this folder has been created. So if you come here on the folder code and sample, you will see that the folder test has been created. So the test folder has been created. So let's go ahead and create another folder known as test2. So make directory test2, and now it has been created. So if you go to code and sample, you will see our two folders have been created, test1 and test1 and test2. Okay, let me just keep it right here. So now the next thing we are going to do is to create a file. Okay, let's learn how to create a file, but first, before that, let's learn how to delete a folder. So after creating this folder, which is, we have created two folders here, test and test2. In order to delete this folder, we need to use the command remove directory, like this, rm there, remove directory, and we'll give the name test and press enter. You see it sends us to another prompt, and if you come here and check the file, you will see that test has been deleted. So let me put this aside so you will see it happening. Okay, so first here, let me create one. Let me create it, test. You see, immediately as I created it here, it appeared here, test. And now let me delete it, remove directory, test, enter, and you will see it deleted here. So let me remove the second one. You're going to see how it will delete here. Remove directory, test2. You see it deleted. So now in this directory we have no more files. So if I check using there, you see there are no more files, it is empty. So now in order to go back, because now we are in the sample folder, if you see here, this is our code folder. This is our code folder, okay, and the code folder, we are in the sample folder, and now the sample folder is empty and we want to go out of it. So how are we going to go out of it? We go out of it using cd dot dot. So cd dot dot is like taking you back one step to the parent folder. So cd dot dot, cd dot dot, and you press enter. You will see I'm no longer in the sample folder. I've now gone one step back to the code folder, and now you will see here that we are now here. So if you want to check where you are, you can use the get command to check the contents, and you see that you are now in here. You are now in the code folder. You are now in the code folder, and there you have file1.txt, file2.txt, and the folder sample. This is it, the folder sample, and you have two files, file1.txt and file2.txt. So that is it. So in order to go back, you use cd dot dot. You use cd dot dot in order to navigate back to the previous directory. So now let's use CLS again to clear our prompt. So now the next thing I'm going to show you is how to create a txt file. Till now I've been showing you txt files, but I haven't showed you how to create one. We have created and deleted folders, and now it's time to show you how you can create files. So there are various ways in order to create files in using the command prompt in Windows, but I'm going to show you some of them. And the first one, I'm going to use the echo to show you first. Echo. So in this way you can directly just write a text and put it at once in the file. So since we are in the code folder, let's say we want to write echo hello guys, and we want it to be in a folder called hello.txt. So echo, you know what the echo does. I have explained it before. The echo prints out output on the terminal, but in this case our output is not going to be printed on the terminal. This little sign here, this sign here is new. This sign here is like a pipe symbol. It is a director which directs the output to a file. So in this case we are saying that this hello world, this hello guys should be put in the hello.txt file. So we are creating a hello.txt file and putting hello guys in it. So I will press enter, and as usual we are going to be sent to a second line. So if we now try to check our code folder, you will now see that a file hello has been created. So let's check the contents of this hello. You will now see hello guys. So you see, so what we wrote on the echo was sent directly to this file. So if the file exists, the contents will be written, will overwrite the existing contents of the file. But if the file is not existing, if the file has not yet been created, then the file will be created and the content will be written. So in this case we do not have the file. So let's go ahead and create another file. So so here I'm going to another file and say echo, and this one, the contents will be please hit the like button, and this one will be directed to a folder, let's say like.txt. So that is it. So this sentence has been directed to the folder like.txt, and before like.txt did not exist. So the system is going to create the file and write like.txt in the file. So now let's check it, come to the code, and you see we have like.txt file. So if we click on it, you now see please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Okay, so that is it. So that is one way to create a file and write contents into the file at once. But you will notice that if you write another thing, like let me say for example I say echo this is good, and I try to put it in the same file hello.txt. Remember, the hello.txt, we first of all had, this is what we had in it. We had hello guys, that is what we had in hello.txt. And now we are trying to say this is good, and we are trying to direct it to hello.txt file. So when I press enter, the contents of the file is going to be overwritten. So when you come here and now hello, you will see that it now says this is good. So hello guys was the first content, but now it has been replaced by this content. So when you create a file with echo, and with this one symbol, what it does is, if the file does not exist, then the file will be created and this content will be written in the file. Meanwhile, if the file already exists, then this content is going to overwrite the existing content of the file. So now the next thing I'm going to show you is how to display the contents of a file. So so far we have seen how we can create a file and write while writing into it, and now let's see how to display the contents of a file. So to display the contents of a file, we would have to use the type command. The type command is used to display the contents of a file. So all we have to do is write the name of the file. So in this case, let's go back to our folder. We have so many files here, like we have this, we have like, which says hit the like button, and we have hello, which says this is good. So let's try to read from the hello, which says this is good. Let's try to read from the hello file. So type hello.txt and I'll press enter. So you see it says this is good. So in the type command helps us to read the contents of a file. In this case, we are reading the contents of the file hello.txt, which says this is good. So let's read the contents of the second file we created. Let me check the name. It was like. So the type like.txt, and you'll see it says please hit the like button. So that is it. So let's go to the next. The second way to create a file is using type. So we know that type is used to read the contents of a file, but we can use type as well to create a file. In this case, it will be type, you say null file 4.txt, and I'll press enter. So you see, so what I'm saying here is I want to create a file with null content. Okay, that's an empty file. So here you will see the file has been created with the name file4 and it's empty. So in this case, I have created an empty file on the desktop. Okay, I've created an empty file on the desktop. So type null file4.txt. So let's create another one. Say type null file5.txt, and that is it. It has been created. So let's check it out. Here you'll see we have file5.txt and it is empty. So we can also write contents into the file by using the echo. So we will just say echo, then the contents which we want to write. In this case, we want to write I like this tutorial. I like this tutorial, and we are directing it to file 5.txt. So let's check file 5.txt. You see it says I like this tutorial, and now what we are going to do is to read the contents of file 5.txt and display it We already did this before, so try pausing the video for 3 seconds and complete the challenge, then you get back. Okay, so how did it go? I hope you did it correctly. So I'll still do it again. So in order to read the contents of file 5.txt, we just use the type command, type, and we say file 5.txt. Enter, and that is it. I like this tutorial. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how to delete a file. In order to delete a file, let me clear the prompt first. CLS is clear, and here you will see that we have created so many different files, and we have file 4, file 5, and so much. So now let's first of all delete this, the like file. So the like file is the last file here, so let's try deleting it. So in order to delete it, you say del and we'll write the name of the file, like.txt, and press enter. So you see it is no longer found here, and if I'm to check the contents of the file, you will see that we have file 1, file 2, file 4, file 5, and hello.txt, as well as a folder known as sample, but we don't have the like file. So let me delete another one file again, this del, and the file I want to delete this file 1.txt. so del file 1.txt, and that is it. I have deleted the file, and now if you check here, you will see file 1 has disappeared, and we only have file 2 and the rest of the files. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something very interesting, and this is to change the color. This is to change the color of the text in the command prompt. So let me try filling the command prompt with something, or let me just say color. So color, let me try saying color, for example black. This is not going to work, okay? It is just going to fill. What I want to do is I just want to fill the screen, so when I change the color, you can see what I'm talking about. This color command is used to set the various colors we want. So here you can see the colors. So 0 stands for black, 1 stands for blue, 2 stands for green, and so on. So you can see all the colors you have there. So now, in order to change the color, you will just use the color command, say color, and you put the number of the color you want. In this case, let me say I want to try aqua. Aqua is 3, so I'll say 3 and press enter. You see the color changes to 3. And now let me say I want to try red. Red is C, so color C, and that is it. And now let me try yellow. Yellow is E, so I'll say color E. And you see the text has turned to yellow. So let me revert back to black, so just say color, revert back to white, so color, and the number is 7, and it is back to white. Okay, so if you want to open a file, so the next thing is to open a file. If you want to open a file from the command prompt, then you will use the start command. For example, in our present directory, let me clear the screen, CLS. In our present directory, you will see we have so many files. We have file 2, file 4, file 5. So let me try opening file 5. So in order to open file 5 from file 5.txt from the terminal, you will use the command start, and the name of the file. In this case, we want to open file 5.txt and press enter. It opens and the content says I like this tutorial. So that is it. So that is how to open a file. You use this, it says start, and you write the name of the file. In this case, we want to open file 5, and it says I like this tutorial, file 5.txt. So that is it for the basics, and in further tutorials I'm going to show more advanced concepts and commands. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you liked the video.